Every woman matters, and everyone needs a rose in her life.
Driven by a unique commitment to women's health and determination to fight breast cancer, Dr. Dixie Melillo and Dorothy Gibbons created the Rose so that no woman would be denied the life-saving advantage of early diagnosis.
For us, it doesn't matter whether insured or non-insured. Our mission is to be sure you do have access to that first mammogram and that ultrasound and that biopsy if you need it, and most of all, the treatment.
My journey started one evening. I felt a lump in my breast. I did not have insurance, so I started kind of wondering, how am I going to pay for this? How am I even going to pay for the mammogram?
When you walk in and you're at the reception desk, no one knows whether you have insurance or not. You're not treated any differently. Our physicians really don't know if you're insured or not insured. They're going to order whatever you need.
As Houston's leading nonprofit breast cancer organization, the Rose provides interventional diagnostic services and advanced imaging using some of the most sophisticated technology available, including the latest in digital mammography.
The images are now completely captured via computer, which allows me as a physician to manipulate those images, sometimes without having to take additional pictures. So it may save the patient from having to have more studies done. The ultrasound that we have here, as well as all the other equipment that we have, is truly state-of-the-art.
Putting advanced technology to work in minimizing a woman's anxiety is a priority at the Rose not often found elsewhere.
It had been 10 days from the time they first said there was a problem till the time I was told that it was going to be fine when I went through the normal medical system. And it took me probably 3 to 4 months to recover emotionally from spending 10 days wondering if I would see my children grow up. At the Rose, from the time you sign in till the time you leave the building, you're going to find out exactly where you stand. Everybody checks in and you put your valuables in your locker, and then everybody gets these ponchos. The nurses, the technicians, everyone you visit with, they're all just welcoming and friendly and very, very supportive. You'll have your mammogram. If it's wonderful, then you go home. If there's a problem, you go on to ultrasound. If there's a concern, you go on to the biopsy. You don't have to worry. They always have the next step.
It's not just about acquiring pictures and seeing what they show. It's really about talking to the patients and making sure that each woman who comes here has an understanding of what we recommend in terms of treatment or additional imaging that may be needed. And we make sure that that's done while the patient's here.
Making its unique style of breast care available to all women sometimes means taking that care to them.
When we take the mobile unit into a business or into a community at a church or a civic center where the women are just blocks away and they can get to it, it makes all the difference in the world. Of all the women that we serve, the younger woman is the most medically underserved woman we have. How many young women have been told, you're too young for a mammogram? Well, they're not too young for breast cancer. Our youngest one was 19, but they don't have the education.
We have discovered a significant number of breast cancers in patients under 40, and a disproportionate number of breast cancers in the Hispanic population.
So our Young Women's Clinic invites women to come in if they have any history, if you have any change. We don't care that it may just be a cyst. We want to make sure. Young women have very dense breasts and they tend to be lumpy anyway. And the important thing is to examine your breasts on a regular basis, and if you pick up any change at all, change is the key, you want to be sure to come in and have it evaluated.
For patients who are diagnosed with breast cancer and don't have their own physician to return to for care, patient navigators at the Rose arrange for treatment and guide them through the process.
Being diagnosed with breast cancer, it's scary enough as it is, and you don't know how to handle it. When they matched me with Sally, it was great because I didn't even know where to look for an oncologist. She got me into the doctor that I needed to see. She set up all the appointments for me. She calls me to see how I'm doing through the treatments. It's nice to have Sally right by my side. She's like a little angel on my shoulder.
It takes months to get into treatment, but for us, we try to shorten it to weeks so we could get the patient in treatment as soon as possible.
A patient navigator's support doesn't stop with arranging for treatment. Her concern is the woman's complete well-being. A complementary breast prosthesis, or wig, can have a profound impact on a patient's healing process.
You don't want to sound vain, but appearance is very important. She just said, come on in, we'll find the right one. It was very important for me to look as normal and feel good for myself.
To fulfill its life-saving mission, the Rose depends on the financial assistance of foundations, corporations, and individual donors.
Susan G. Komen has very high standards, and the Rose has met those standards for many years. I mean, the Rose was one of our original grantees. We are happy to have the Rose use part of the money we raise to provide that health care in our community.
Insured patients, too, play a special supportive role at the Rose.
For the insured woman, you can have your mammogram done anywhere. But when you have it done at the Rose, you're helping us take care of another woman who cannot have it done.
I love coming to the Rose, and it's an added bonus to feel like you're helping out. There's so many women out in our community that need a place to come and get a mammogram that may not have the financial ability.
The Rose is making a difference. The fight against breast cancer is making progress.
We can not only find lesions, we are better at telling what they are. The oncologists have also made remarkable advances in terms of the treatment of the breast cancers that we may diagnose here. Those things together are combining to make survival rates from breast cancer and the cure rates in breast cancer better.
I can't let it beat me. I have 2 children, 2 jobs. I have a life that I want to continue living. The Rose was able to give me a voice, not make me another number, you know?
We don't need to be scared because there is a Rose. There is a place. There is somebody that really does care about you, and that's what we're here for.